What is up, YouTube? Finally, I'm back. I am in Costa Rica, as most of you may already know if you're following my Instagram. I'm about 10 days in, and I'm currently in Puerto Viejo, and I figured it was about time that I would take you guys on a little walk and share some thoughts. I haven't made any content so far, mainly due to a lack of energy. The first 3 days I was just jet lagged as hell, and then the following week I was doing a lot of touristy stuff, a lot of activities, meeting a lot of new people, and I just really did not feel like rushing in to making a video. But today I figured it is time to go into town, to go and explore Puerto Viejo, as I tell you guys why Costa Rica is quickly becoming one of my favorite countries. I have to say, I honestly have not vlogged in public in a long ass time, and I definitely feel a little bit excitement / nervous to get back in the thick of things. It's always a little bit, you know, how is it gonna be? I know you guys like this type of content. Are people gonna stare? Like, it's already bad enough walking around the way I am by myself. Like, the stare factor tends to go up by 1,000,000 when you are filming yourself. So let's see. All right, first thing I want to talk about why I am absolutely loving Costa Rica. It is the fact that it is a very pure country. So when I first got here, everybody talks about pura vida, which is basically, it means a million different things. Mainly it means like, there you go, thank you. It's also a greeting. And in the beginning, you know, your boy is a little bit skeptical. I thought it was a little bit of a marketing ploy to make Costa Rica more attractive to people. But that stuff is real. Like, people here are just, from my experience in these 10 days, very chill, very pure, very easygoing, very kind, very nice. And I've honestly been very inspired and impressed by the reception of the locals. Now, you could say, obviously, I'm meeting a lot of people that just work in tourism, so it's in their best interest to be nice and to be friendly. That may be the case, but when I was, for example, in Colombia, it wasn't always like that. Like, even when you're dealing with people that work in tourism, it's not, you know, that doesn't mean that you're always going to be dealing with high quality people that are genuinely nice. And I'd like to think that I'm pretty good at picking out genuine people from non-genuine people. I do hope you guys can hear me a little bit, because there's a whole lot of noise going on. I do hope the audio is being picked up. Either way, another thing that I really like about Costa Rica, let me get some of this amazing Caribbean Ocean. Yeah, so guys, for those who don't know, Puerto Viejo is all the way on the Caribbean side. So this is actually a spot that is not that touristy, even though it is touristy. Everybody tends to go to the left side of the country, and I'm blanking on the name of the ocean on that side. Let me go over here. Gives you guys a better look at the water. So I've already been on the left side, and now I'm on the tail end of my trip here. I wanted to come here and chill, because it's more like a little, it's called Puerto Viejo, which means the old port. So I wanted to come here and chill and just take it easy and be able to shoot some content, not constantly run around. So that's why. Anyway, what I was saying, the second reason why I really like Cafaso. Hey, best bananas in town. El mejor banana está aquí, ¿no?
El mejor banano está en Puerto Viejo de Limón.
Y muy barato, muy barato. Very cheap, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you got, I know I need my bananas, so I already made some friends. I was actually arguing with him this morning that he was making me pay tourist prices, because he charged me 100 colones for one banana. So it's all in good fun. Anyway, what I was gonna say was, you can drink the tap water here almost anywhere. Actually, anywhere except Puerto Viejo. So all the places I've been up until this point, you can actually drink the tap water. Now you might say like, what are you like, what, is that really a big deal for you? For me, it's a huge deal because it speaks volumes of the country and the way they deal with things and how the infrastructure is as a whole. For example, in Southeast Asia, you cannot drink the tap water. Like, for example, if you go to Bali, there is actually a term for that called Bali belly. So people get sick when you drink the tap water there. You guys know I'm not a big fan of Bali, and I'm not going to try to compare it too much, but just for the sake of argument, like last time when I went to Bali, obviously I didn't drink the tap water, but I still felt really bad. For a good 2 weeks I was constantly feeling sick and nauseous, and it wasn't until 2 weeks that I realized that it was because I was brushing my teeth with the tap water. So that tiny minuscule amount of tap water coming into my system through me, like, you know, putting my teeth brush under the tap water, that made me sick. And like, alright, so then you can just say don't drink the tap water. But that's still the same water that you're using to shower, the same water that you're using to clean yourself, to clean your dishes. So whether you like it or not, that is going to rub off. And here, you can just go ahead and drink the tap water. So I mean, I really love that, because it's not just about the water, it's about much more. In Costa Rica, pura vida, it is a pure country, pure people, pure nature. And I know right now you might be thinking like, you know, you're tripping, like you're just being a typical, like you're on your high, you're just selling it. But as you hopefully know, I tend to be very skeptical, and I don't shy away from hating on stuff. I don't shy away from being very critical about countries and cultures. So if you've been following the channel for a while, I hope that you know I don't say that lightly. I'm very skeptical. I'm a Flemish Belgian person. We're quite negative by nature. So me saying that this country is very pure and clean, like you can count on that. You can count on that being like a pretty solid, semi-objective opinion. Alright, the other reason why I really like Costa Rica so far is because it is by far the safest country I've visited in Central or South America. So I've been to Colombia. I did that infamous video about getting a gun put to my head in Medellin. I went to Rio, didn't like Rio at all, never felt more unsafe in my life. And here it's just safe, it's fine. If you just stay away from San Jose, which is the capital, you're good. You don't have to worry, you can do what you want. No one's gonna mug you, no one's gonna rob you. Like, honestly, never have felt more safe in... Okay, battery died, we're back though. So I'm not quite sure where I got cut off, but I'm assuming it's somewhere around the part where I was talking about the whole, you know, this being the safest country I've ever visited in Central or South America. So I was just getting into my next point, which was that safety does come at a price, and you can take that in the most literal sense. It's expensive. Costa Rica is mad expensive. Way more expensive than I thought. Like, I knew it was like more expensive, but it's literally basically just Belgian prices here. It's the same price you would pay in Belgium, I guess in the States, in Europe. I would even say, honestly, at this point, Costa Rica is more expensive than Barcelona. So that's definitely been something like that shocked me a little bit, but it makes sense. Hey, hola. Damn. Sorry, got distracted. What was I saying? Yeah, so the price, right? So you just have a bunch of American people coming here, spending a lot of money. There's a lot of Americans. They obviously invest a lot of money into this country, which racks up the prices. So do not come here if you are thinking of getting a super sweet cheap deal the way you would in Guatemala or Peru or Mexico even. Like, it's just not the case, all right? It's just not the case here. So very expensive. Then I would say honestly, to conclude this video, why I do like it here a lot is because it just combines the best of most worlds. You have an amazing climate, you have really friendly people, you have a lot of adventure. I actually went, Jesus Christ. I feel like this bus driver is being a dick. If you're into adventurous stuff, this is the place to be. I'm not really a daredevil myself, but I did go white water rafting for the very first time in my life. It's funny how I kind of suckered myself into it. I was at this hostel, right, in the morning, didn't have any plans. I didn't really prepare anything on this trip. And I was talking to these Norwegian girls, and they were talking about that they were gonna go whitewater rafting that morning. I was like, really? Rafting? They're like, yeah, you should join. I was like, well, I guess, why not? Like, if these girls are doing it, no offense, then I should be able to do it. And it was really intense. Like, it was super intense. I was really, like, quite nervous. But I would honestly say that was a top 5 experience in my entire life. I've never witnessed that level of adrenaline, and just like some guy fell into the water from the other boat, and that's just real. Like, you go into the water, there's a bunch of rocks, it is dangerous, but me and my team in the boat did a great job, and I came out of it feeling just amazing. And I actually think I'm gonna go do that again before I go back, before I fly to Mexico City, rather. So, adventure, safety, and one last thing, it's not humid here. Like, another thing that I didn't like about Southeast Asia, I guess I just should call this like why I don't like Southeast Asia. But I didn't like how humid Southeast Asia was. Like, the minute you go outside, you're just immediately sweating, and that's not the case here. Over here, it's nice and hot, it's warm, but it is not that humid. I'm just looking for a supermarket, guys, to buy some beer for tonight. So, great climate, great people. Oh, one last thing, the food. The food is, not the best. It's decent, it's alright, but don't come here if you are just traveling to be a foodie and if you're super big on food, because that's like one of the things I would say that are not that amazing. But again, like, it's a lot of rice and chicken, it's a lot of beans, so I'm good with that. High protein meals. If you've been following my little YouTube shorts, you can see that I've been trying to stay in decent shape. So actually, coincidentally, the gym is in here. So you go into the supermarket and then you can go upstairs and there's the gym in there. So I've been trying my best to hold on to whatever size I built up over the last year. Been doing a pretty good job. I actually took a tub of protein with me in my backpack, and I've already ran through it, so I had to buy a new one. It's quite silly if you think about it. It's like, why would you take a tub of protein on your backpacking trip? But that's how it is when you're trying to be big and hold on to your muscle, and if you're obsessed with it the way I am. Alright guys, I feel like I've said enough. I've said a lot. I'll actually be going to the beach right now, take a quick little dip, Enjoy the Caribbean Ocean.
Hola.
Hola, ¿qué tal, jefe? ¿Todo bien?
Todo bien.
So that's it. Let me know what type of stuff you would like me to talk about more while I'm here. I'll try to upload this tonight. Today is Saturday, and I'll try to get it up for you guys. Again, not many promises. I'm already quite proud that I was able to step out and make this video today, as I haven't really felt the most productive. But I am convinced, obviously, that I'll be very happy that I made this video in a couple of years, when I can look back on it and remember that I was in Puerto Viejo, walking around, doing my thing. Shout out to the Dragon Ball Z shorts. You all already know, are decked out. Jurassic Park, Gold's Gym, Fig Supreme Fanny Pack, and of course, the DBZ Dragon Ball Z shorts. Alright guys, that's it. Have a beautiful day, and I will hopefully talk to you soon. Pura vida. Ciao, ciao.
Hi, my name's Spencer. I'm a 34-year-old from Chicago. I wanted to personally recommend Lorenz, aka Wounded Vikings, life coaching services. I've worked with him for over 2 years, and I've made an incredible amount of progress in my personal life, physically, mentally, emotionally. And I think that's just because he comes from a place that's not, he didn't learn everything from a book or a school. He learned in real life, and through his experiences, what he's gone through. And not only he has a unique approach to life and has been through stuff most people have not, especially at such a young age. He was able to motivate me and give me realistic advice. And something else that I really enjoyed was he was always on call. You know, you can always send him a message, always send an audio message, and that just sets him apart from other therapists and psychologists that you see once every 2 or 3 weeks, and then you kind of go about your day. But he's there every step of the way, every hour, and that really gives you a next level of progress. So once again, I would like to recommend his services for life coaching, mentorship, and you will not regret it.